It was a lively summer night of March 27th, 2013. I remember that day like it just happened yesterday, which makes it all the more haunting. I was a 14-year-old kid enjoying the summer vacations. I wasn't really that much of an extrovert, just wanted to spend my time alone playing video games, that sort of thing. So one night at 9 p.m., I was up playing some Minecraft when my mom appeared in the doorframe and told me she was going to the pharmacy to grab some meds. Now, a couple things you must understand before we continue here. My dad and my sisters were at work, so only me and my mom were home. Secondly, we live in a Middle Eastern country, so before going out, our women wear the burqa and everything. So my mom was fully ready, wearing the burqa, purse in hand. She said she was going to be back in 10 to 15 minutes as the pharmacy was far, but still in walking distance. She didn't want to waste money on a cab that would take her 2 miles. I nodded in confirmation and told her to take care of herself. She left the house and I heard the house's front door slam shut as she left. I told myself that this is a good time to grab a drink from the fridge and have it. We lived in a strict household, so strong sugars were allowed only once a week. I had my cold drink yesterday for the week, but being alone, I thought this is my chance to do it again since I'm all alone. I didn't get up immediately though. I finished some remaining parts of my house in Minecraft, then got up. Now the layout of my house from my room till the kitchen is that my room leads to a small living room, which isn't the main lounge, but we still set it up as one. In that living room is a door to the bathroom on one wall, a door to the kitchen on the other, and a door to my parents' bedroom on the third wall. If you wanted to go through any of these rooms, you'd have a clear view of what's going on in the other room because it pops up in your POV when you go through from there. I went to the kitchen and on the way, I saw that the lights to my mom's room were on and the air conditioner was also still on. We were a very resource-conservative family, not cheapskates at all, just doing sensible things like turning off the lights or the electronics when someone's not in a particular room. I told myself, let me go in and turn everything off before I go to grab that drink. I went in and saw that my mom was sitting on the bed with her back turned to me and facing the wall. She was praying. She was doing her habitual rocking, back and forth movement. That's how I identified she was praying at least. At first, I didn't make much of it. Thought that hey, maybe she wanted to quickly pray before going to the pharmacy. She's very religious and never missed a prayer. Us Muslims have 5 prayers a day. While I might get lazy on 1 or 2 of them, she never ever missed any single prayer for her entire lifetime. So I chalked it up to her being pious and praying before she left. I didn't say anything and just silently made my way to the kitchen. The lights to the kitchen were off, but the fridge was right next to the door. So I opened the fridge and grabbed the drink, put it in my pocket. I looked like a toddler with a pocket full of rocks. I made my way past my parents' bedroom where my mom was praying and went into the main big living room. The main living room also had the front door, which was used both as an entrance and exit because it was the only entry door in the house, and it was clearly visible in my eyes. I turned on the TV and sat on the couch, began watching some Cartoon Network, but didn't pop open my drink yet. Was waiting for my mom to leave first. About 10 minutes passed and I was honestly getting annoyed that why wouldn't she leave because the drink was getting warm and less fuzzy. I thought I should go and check on my mom, ask her if she's changed her mind about going. Right then and there, I got a text message from my mom telling me that she's on the way back home and she'll arrive shortly. My heart dropped upon this, and I didn't message her back. I was too confused and horrified, thinking about what I should do next. I couldn't tell my mom because she already suffers from hypertension and has too much on her mind, so hearing about a potential ghost in our home wasn't going to do her any favor. At first, I wanted to just run away from the house, but that was an insensible thing to do. As a Middle Eastern kid, we were taught to be brave against everything, even ghosts that can go invisible and potentially harm you. My self-respect kicked in, and I wasn't gonna be afraid of a ghost imitating my mom down to the minute details. I grabbed the TV remote as a projectile because the real kind of weapons were in the kitchen, and I did not want to turn my back on my parents' bedroom when I was in that small living room area. I slowly advanced my way to the room until I reached the door frame. I still saw my mom sitting there, now motionless, as if not praying anymore, with her back still turned against me. She was strangely still, like a statue. The air conditioner was blowing her hair, and it seemed extremely freaky to see your own mother in such a haunting situation. What happened after is something that no 14-year-old should ever see. Her head slowly turned around to face me directly. Her body didn't move an inch and remained there as it was. Her face was ash gray and the eyes were endless pits of darkness. She opened her mouth to a point where it was humanly impossible, as if someone had unhinged her jaw. I let out a shriek and threw the remote on the thing before immediately running away from there in the blink of an eye. For the first time, I was afraid, even when the entire house was lit up with lights. I made my way to the door, thankful that nothing grabbed me from behind, but I still didn't look back. I opened the door, got the key out from it too, went outside and closed the door. Our house has a small lawn when you go out from that door, and then there's an even bigger metal door in the lawn which finally lets you out on the streets. I sat in the lawn all that time, contemplating if what I had seen was real or not. It couldn't be not real because I wasn't experiencing any psychological alterations due to medicines or really anything at the time. Everything was going so smooth, and then it all went to hell. I was trying to not think about the ghost, but rather think about what I'll explain to my mom. After a couple minutes, my mom was outside, and she texted me to open the door. I went and did so, and upon seeing her, I gave her the biggest hug ever and tried my hardest not to cry. When she asked me if everything is good, I said yeah, I just came out here to take in the fresh air. She knew something was wrong, but decided to act stoic so that I don't get afraid further, because my face was riddled with fear no matter how hard I tried to hide it. She didn't ask further questions and asked me to go in. It was as if like she had understood what happened and didn't want to push me over the edge. I opened the door and we both entered the house. She recited a small prayer upon entering. I didn't say a word, but I automatically started walking towards her room, slowly. She followed me. I went to the door frame and had a quick peek inside. Nothing was there anymore. I told her, "Oh, I forgot to turn off the lights and AC while you were away." She said it's no problem and she went inside. I sat with her the whole time until the rest of my family also arrived to the house one by one. 10 years have passed since that incident, and since that day, nothing even remotely scary happened in our house. We stayed in the same house too. Sometimes I wonder if everything is back to normal. Now, why did such a heart attack-inducing incident happen only once and at that particular time? Was it something that I did which led to that? Was it some paranormal event? Was it a sign? Was the fucking drink poison? That's why the ghost tried its hardest to prevent me from having it? It doesn't make sense, but I'm content with the way life is going now. Can't complain. But I can only wonder, I guess.